2 Peter chapter 1 verse 21. For no prophecy ever came by the will of man, but holy men of God spoke as they were moved by the Spirit of God. On the 14th of June 2024, the anointed servant of God James of the Love of God Church International, Kampala, Uganda, gave a prophecy concerning the protest in Kenya and urged all the members of the Love of God Church International to join hands and pray for Kenya. In his words, this is what he said.
Kenya, let us go to pray for Kenya. 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 Our neighbors. So last year they somehow provoked the Lord to anger. So Kenya, let us pray for Kenya. Something might happen there. May God give us the grace.
Amos chapter 3 verse 7. Surely the sovereign Lord will do nothing without revealing his plans to his anointed servants the prophets. On the 25th of June 2024, the prophecy that the anointed servant of God James of the Love of God Church International had given concerning the protest in Kenya and had urged all members of the Love of God Church to join hands and pray for Kenya assuredly came to pass when Kenyans went on the streets and striked over the high taxation that had been imposed by government. This is what the different media houses have to report, and this is the confirmation. Stay blessed as you watch.
There's protests over the new taxation regime that has been put up. People have gone onto the streets, vandalism, arson, and now storming of the parliament building. And what's worse is that 10 people have been shot down. Take a look at this. In the Kenyan capital of Nairobi, protesters clashed with police today, demanding the resignation of President William Ruto over proposed tax hikes. The demonstrations, which began peacefully, turned chaotic as police opened fire on protesters outside Kenya's parliament. Police started shooting tear gas and water cannon, which failed to disperse a crowd of thousands who had overwhelmed officers. Flames could be seen coming from inside the building. A paramedic said that at least 10 people had been killed, and a Reuters journalist outside the parliament counted the bodies of at least 5 protesters. The protesters accused President Ruto of betrayal, pointing out that he won the presidency in 2022 by promising to champion the cause of the working poor. But now people are having to protest against a fresh taxation system. Kenyan police has started to begin to arrive in the Haitian capital as security missions kick off. And of course, the Kenyan police ended up firing upon a medical tent during the protest is what we're picking up as well. Now, various videos showed medical workers holding up their hands as the police approached. Nobody, it seems, is safe at this point in time. They are vehemently opposed to the government's new finance bill, which aims to raise taxes to alleviate the nation's debt burden. Despite the heavy-handed police response, the demonstrators remained resolute. They taunted officers, held up signs demanding, quote-unquote, reject the finance bill, and warned William Ruto's administration of their determination to force him from power. Amid the turmoil, ambulances struggled through the clouds of tear gas, highlighting the intensity of the unrest. That's the situation on the ground in Nairobi, ladies and gentlemen. We're also learning about unrest in the Haitian part as well. But let's take a closer look at why Kenyans are protesting against the finance bill. A finance bill is typically presented to the parliament before the start of financial year.
Parliament buildings as the legislative infrastructure was invaded by protesters. Senate Speaker Amason Kingi was among MPs evacuated by ambulances as others passed out during the rescue and evacuation operation. Seth Olale witnessed the dramatic happenings at Parliament buildings.
Protesters enter Parliament buildings through the MP's canteen section 30 minutes after the controversial Finance Bill 2024 was passed by Parliament. MPs who had been trapped inside the chamber following protests outside Parliament buildings were caught unawares as they scampered for safety. As protesters closed in on the legislators, the MPs rushed towards Parliament's emergency exit. The stampede causing some MPs to be overwhelmed as Parliamentary Sergeant-at-Arms came to their rescue. As protesters caused havoc inside various parliamentary buildings, the MPs were evacuated using a newly constructed tunnel that links the National Assembly and Senate chambers to Bunge Towers.
Look at what's happening. Young Kenyans are demonstrating for their rights. They're demonstrating with flags and banners. I can't even see anymore. They're being tear gassed. They're being